and welcome to the Sailing My Magic channel. My name is Duke and I am solo sailing Magic, my 2015 Lagoon catamaran, around the world. On the island of Mahe, in the Seychelles, sits an abandoned historic ruin. It's roofless and overcome by the jungle. It was built in the early 1900s during the British colonial era. It was used as a place of worship for residents of the adjacent Agnes Institute. This was a hospital of sorts that was used to take care of elderly and disabled people. It was built by the Anglican diocese to take care of the elderly and vulnerable. As time went on, the hospital itself needed extensive repairs and expansion, and it was moved over to the Northeast Point Hospital in 2005. After that happened, less and less people came to the church, and it started falling into disrepair. The local government started exterior and structural repairs, but there were delays that left the church vulnerable to trespassing and neglect. It's quickly obvious that the church has no roof, leaving it exposed to the elements and the tropical vegetation. You can see that the trees have grown through the floor, and also huge trees have grown through the windows. This is in addition to all the vines. To me, this turns it into a striking landmark of ruins. The remarkable thing is that it's on an urban street and very close to the capital of Victoria. On closer inspection, you can see some of the tooling marks for where the stones were cut to fit. The footprint of the foundations on California mission churches is in the form of a cross on the ground. That's not the case for this church. This church has 5 doors opening different directions, 4 from each side, and an extra one which I assume gives the priest access to the altar. Here you can see corbels on the wall which would support the objects for stations of the cross. It started raining more heavily, and unfortunately some of the video has raindrops visible in it. I tried to cover it up with my hat or my hand, but that wasn't always successful. It's unfortunate that none of the stained glass windows remained. They were probably taken over to the new church. However, the tall arched windows called lancets are still visible, even though there's no glass in the pane. There are a few original floor tiles visible, but most are covered with trash and leaves. The outside is a jungle too. There's some walls that are nearby, and there's one small outbuilding that has been fully restored. This church was in constant use for 100 years, and now it's been abandoned for 21 years. The jungle has really done a number on the church, even though it's mostly stone in that 21 years. Another place that I'm interested in is the 19th century Mission Lodge that's up in Venstown in the mountains. This served as a school and a shelter for liberated slaves. Notice the detail in the stonework on this archway that is the entrance to where the altar would be. Now you may think this is a very odd place to put an altar, because if you had it that way, the parishioners would not be able to see what the priest was doing. This is because the Catholics were persecuted for practicing Christianity and switched their mass rites so that the priest had their back to the parishioners, so nobody could see exactly what he was doing. That way they wouldn't be killed for being Christians. And this is a view towards the entrance again and the lancet windows. But if you notice back towards that big door there, that's the entrance, and there's a tree right in the middle. And there's doors on each side as well as the front entrance. There definitely would have been a stained glass window in that round window at the top. Lancet windows are called that because they are the shape of a lance or spear. That's all I have. If you can like or subscribe, that would be great. I'm trying to get new content up. And in the meantime, the Sailor's Delight, go and have a sundowner. Thank you.